residents and commuters of Pokuase are appealing for the construction of their road networks to ease movement of people and goods. Now, residents are also complaining of lack of potable water in the community. Roslyn Sewopon was in Pokuase and has filed the following report.
Pokuase is one of the fastest growing communities in Accra. The growth is, however, not commensurate to development. The road, which is one of the busiest in Accra, has been left untarred for years. Some residents and commercial drivers say the situation becomes worse when it rains, as drains get choked, resulting in flooding.
The road has prevented most of us from working in the community.
Sometimes even driving from Achimota to Pokuase to Mayira is too tedious. The reason is the roads are not good. I don't call these things potholes. They are manholes.
Interestingly, as residents battle the problem of poor drainage system, some unscrupulous persons continue to defy warnings not to build on waterways. They say human settlements there have polluted the stream, making it unsafe to drink. The residents accuse the municipal assembly of failing to act to prevent people from flouting building laws.
The assembly has to be strong enough to be able to implement the bylaws. There's a law that don't build along near a stream. So if you build, it should be demolished. Laws are made to be implemented, but you made the law, it remains on paper. It doesn't help the country. So authorities should be up and doing. We should ensure that our bylaws are implemented. Another worry for residents is the lack of a market that leaves residents no choice but to go to other communities for their needs.
We need a market built in our community. The land we used to trade on was not for us. The owner has claimed it. Government should provide us with a market.
A worried queen mother of the town, Nadanswani Jete, recounts some steps she has taken to have some of the challenges facing the community addressed.
It's been 10 years since we started working out for the roads here to be constructed. We've been to urban roads, to no avail. Pokuase has developed into a bigger community that needs better roads. We are calling on the government to come to our aid.
Roslyn Selwa Opon for Joy News.
The lack of a proper drainage system is making the lives of residents of Sanko in Winneba miserable. Now, flooding has become a common feature here at Sanko, and residents are appealing to government as a matter of urgency to construct a proper drainage system for the township as part of the ongoing construction of the Sanko-Kwekrom-Ujobi Road.
Winneba has had its share of bad roads. Although residents are happy the main Sanko-Kwekrom Road is under construction, they say a drainage system would help complete the project. The residents want government to pay attention to the infrastructural development of the area, as promised during the last election campaigns.
How this area floods when it rains is really life-threatening, so we need a bigger drainage system. We are therefore pleading with the government to provide us with a better drainage system.
The roads here are in a terrible state, so if authorities have started with the construction, they should complete it. The effort of authorities to construct the road is highly commendable, but they should also construct our drainage system for us.
The Winneba branch manager of the Ghana Highway Authority, Pa Ni Lamti, however, admitted the road connecting the adjoining communities has really been in bad shape for years and was hopeful the project will complete on schedule.
Formally under Ghana Highway Authority, time in point, it came under the jurisdiction of Federal Roads. The road was in bad shape. Studies were carried out, and 22nd of November it was awarded. Consultants have to come in, so it took a revision course to 2013. Now I think the shape of this road is better than before. We are hoping and praying that government will embark on the vision that the people of Winneba had in demand of this road, to continue the road to Kwekrum, continue to Ojobi, and end it finally at Akoti.
At the time Joy News visited the area, the workers were on site working.
Mori Senior High and Technical School in the Central Region of Ghana is in urgent need of attention. Now, lack of infrastructure and educational materials is crippling teaching and learning at the school. Now, the technical units of the school sometimes have to rely on a nearby school, that's Agric Memorial Senior High School, for practical work.
Most of the classrooms are overcrowded due to inadequate classroom blocks. Students of the technical unit focus only on the theoretical aspect of their program due to lack of equipment for practical lessons. According to teachers at the technical unit, the lack of equipment to train students continue to affect their performance. Part of an uncompleted 12-unit classroom block under construction by government serves as a girls' hostel, with the students using a classroom for dining because the school has no dining hall. To make matters worse, the school is battling with encroachment from people who have taken over parts of the school's land. The headmaster of the school, Justice Kojo Frimpong, called on stakeholders and benevolent organizations to help complete the work of government.
The school anchors on three strong practical departments: the technical department, the home economics department, and the visual art department. These are deprived because we are young, we don't have equipment, and it's also having a very big toll on teaching and learning. The teachers are trying. There's a nearby school, Agri, bigger. So some of the practicals are done there. Some of our practicals are done there. Because of this partnership thing that government talks about, public-private partnership. If NGOs, individuals, philanthropists can partner government in helping us.
The Awomefia of Anglo, Togbi Sri III, has warned contractors who delay projects unnecessarily in its traditional area, their contracts could be abrogated. Now, Togbi Sri III issued the warning after inspecting some projects being undertaken by the Municipal Assembly.
I was so much impressed about the renovation cost, renovation done on the bridge. Because previously, I visited the place and I found the place to be a death trap to people living in the environment. We appealed to the government, and the government immediately listened to our requests and came into our aid. From there also, we continued to inspect the new road under construction at Agobledokwi. From that place also to Afiaringba Senior High School. All the to Achiavi and Afiaringba, all the totality, all the whole. I commend government so much for all that is doing to raise the living standard of Ghanaians, and more especially people in this environment. It will be a mistake to suppose that government is not doing anything for us. We must let people know how far government has gone to improve structures in our area.
The Awomefia, together with some divisional chiefs and the MCE, inspected construction work on the abandoned two-story dormitory for the Keta Health Assistance School. The team also inspected construction work on a one-unit two-story facility that will house 14 stories, 2 banking halls with facilities in the Angoga market. The project, funded by the urban grant from the World Bank, is costed at about 490 Ghana cedis and is expected to be completed by the end of 2015. Togbisri and his entourage inspected work on a 6-unit classroom block at the Salo Basic School, being constructed at the cost of 390 Ghana cedis. Funds were made available for the project through the District Common Fund. Works on the Blemasado Agoblidokwi Road, which is about 90% complete, was also inspected, including other projects in the education sector. Rehabilitation works on the Galusota Bridge had been completed. Togbisri was delighted at the progress of work, stating it will help revamp economic activities in the area. However, residents have extended their appreciation for the project. Simon Agbeklo spoke to Joy News.
At first, the bridge was not good, but it has been reconstructed. If things will go on like this, it will help us. We are very happy government has reconstructed it for us.
The MCE Sylvester Tonyava noted the assembly aims at increasing internally generated funds to aid undertake more developmental projects to make the municipality more economically viable.
It is all about hard work. When we took over as a government, as a municipal chief executive, we realized that Common Fund cannot do anything. So as a staff, management decided that whatever funding that is available, we need to reach out to it. So this DDF and then urban grant, when they were introduced, in 2008 we failed. It was a shock to all of us. So we put in measures that subsequently, since 2009 to date, we'll be qualifying for DDF and also urban grant. And that has actually made available resources that we are investing into projects that we have seen today.
After battling a series of fires in many public places, the Ghana National Fire Service is embarking on a fire assessment exercise across the country. Now, starting from the Greater Accra region, the exercise is aimed at gauging the service's preparedness for fire incidents in high-rise buildings. Now, it will also assess all high-rise public structures for fire safety compliance.
The capital city is flooded with skyscrapers, some reaching as high as 15 stories. Aerial view of the city shows how these buildings beautify the landscape, but occupants in such structures could suffer severely should they be caught in a fire. These high-rise structures may not satisfy all fire safety requirements, or that the fire service may not have the equipment to reach the last floor or wherever occupants may be. For these reasons, the Ghana National Fire Service has begun a fire assessment exercise to ensure those buildings are fire safety compliant. The exercise is also aimed at preparing fire officers and the equipment in the event of fires, particularly in high-rise buildings.
We'll be able to have adequate facilities in terms of contingency planning, so that we have our contingency planning that will be dependent on the information gathered on this.
Why has this become necessary?
It is necessary because you need to be proactive in whatever you are doing. So what we are doing here is, first of all, to have a clear picture of what is on the ground. So we don't wait till the actual situation happen before we come in and he realizes that we do not have what it takes to do the rescue and firefight.
The first of these exercises, which took place at the head office of Societe Generale, caught the attention of many onlookers who thought it was a real fire. Mr. Anaglate advises managers of public buildings to make certain their structures meet all fire safety requirements.
If we come to emergency situation in high-rise building, there are three things that you need to have in mind. The first one is ensuring that the building has what it takes in terms of rescue, firefighting. You need to ensure that the building have other facilities that would assist the firemen in terms of firefighting and rescue. Because you can agree that although we have the turntable ladder here that can be used for firefighting at a height and rescue at a height, some of these high-rise buildings, the turntable ladder will not be able to reach some of those floors that might be higher than the turntable ladder. But when you have facilities in the building, in the high-rise building, then you'll be able to inculcate in the operational exercises that you are doing.
The fire assessment exercise is expected to be replicated in other parts of the country.
Well, Let's do some business stories right after this break.